Hi, I'm Katie Scott, your American Dream TV host and local expert. And today I have the pleasure of giving you a tour of one of the most colorful, vibrant, and endearing places in all of the Florida Gulf Coast. Come with me to tour my hometown, downtown Panama City. Come on. Welcome to History Class, where every sip tells a story. This isn't just a local pub that serves up cold wines. It's a place that preserves the story, the people, and the places that make up Bay County. And today you get to hear some pretty cool stories about Panama City.
We wanted to tell the story of how this town began, and it was really all started by ordinary people, but ordinary people can have extraordinary stories. So we do brew our own beer, but of course, since we're telling those stories, we do so sometimes through the name of each beer. So this is a blonde ale. Everybody loves this beer. We named it Belle Booth. And Belle Booth was super important to this town. She was actually Panama City's very first postmaster. She had to remarry pretty quickly. This was 1909. She married the mayor of Panama City, the very first mayor. His name was Robert Mackenzie, and that's who we have Mackenzie Park. Here we have hibiscus wheat ale. So this is a light beer with hibiscus tea. That's why it's pink, very pretty. And we named that Jewel because Jewel was Belle Booth's daughter. So Jewel Booth was the name for that, and we just thought that's pretty for a pink beer.
Oh yeah. And then is this the All-American?
This one is Hawk Sipper.
Oh darn, okay.
No. So Hawk Sipper is a pale ale, and we named it Hawks because Hawk Masalina and his family are really who Masalina Bayou, the bayou right here in downtown, is named for. So Hawk's dad came over here in the 1800s. He was a Spanish merchant, and he really established the fishing community here. This right here is called the Hero. It's a porter, that's why it's dark. We named the Hero for a man, Lieutenant Edwin Gorbett. He was an airman at the Air Force Base, and in 1953, one day he took his plane out for like a test flight, and his engine failed. So he was told to eject and save himself. He realized that his plane was in a trajectory that it might crash into Jenks Junior High. So he decided not to eject even though he was told to. He took his plane out over the bay and he went down with his plane. He was obviously a true hero, and so that's why we named the porter the Hero.
If you guys are ever in town, obviously History Class is the place to check out. Come get a history class lesson next time you're here. Cheers. Now that we've had our history lesson, just around the corner, there's another story waiting to be told. Welcome to Bookish Boutique, a modern-day bookstore with a feminine style. A great place to hang out, to sip on some wine, maybe read a new book, and meet a new author. Where did you get the inspiration for your books?
Well, all over, but my mom raised me on C.S. Lewis and J.R.R. Tolkien. She used to read me fantasy when I was a kid, and that was something I internalized. I took that with me for the rest of my life. So I'm an Air Force veteran, and one of my deployments, I was in a remote part of Kenya, and not much else to do, and all I had with me was one book and my iPad. I started typing away. I thought, you know, I grew up reading fantasy, maybe I can write it too. I crunched out the entirety of what became my first book, Gift of the Shaper, on my iPad in the middle of Africa. There's a quote, I think it's Maya Angelou, who says, "Sometimes you love a story so much that you want to tell one back." And that is something that, you know, I just felt like I'd been reading for so long, and I had a story to tell.
So DL, how did you find out about Bookish? How did you find out about where we're at?
It was actually through social media. It was a quick back and forth between us. Basically, I reached out to them and asked if they ever do any author events, and they said, sure, come on out.
DL, are you doing anything else while you're here? Are you exploring the area?
Yeah, I think, you know, I actually passed my hotel on the way here, so I'm going to be hanging out in the area for a couple more days, maybe taking in the local fair and probably seeing some bars.
Oh, you gotta check out History Class. It's amazing. We just finished up over there. So whether you're drawn to the art, the food, the culture, or the sunshine, there's something for everyone in historic downtown Panama City. I'm your host, Katie Scott, and this is the American Dream in historic downtown.